Son got arrested and I'm not sure if I'm being an a-hole with how I've responded. My husband and I have two sons ages 17 and 15 and a daughter age 4. My husband and I both grew up in a small town and we were both very poor. His parents are both heavy alcoholics and were abusive. My parents just worked all day so I never really saw them. I pretty much raised myself and I raised most of my siblings as well. So as parents we wanted our children to have better. We gave them the best lives we could afford. They have the dirt bikes and four-wheelers, they have games consoles. They pretty much have everything they wanted. We may not be able to get it for them immediately but we've always gotten them something if they really wanted it. We go on vacations. Usually it's more of camping or something like that but the kids usually enjoy being in nature doing something. We've spent most of their lives making sure they have good memories of growing up. I tried my best to raise them well and be a better mom than what I had. My 17-year-old was caught breaking into someone's shed to steal something with his friends. He has also picked up a serious caffeine addiction and I believe he is smoking. I've caught him in several lies to the point I don't trust him to actually be doing what he says he is doing. I'm terrified he will get someone pregnant, end up in prison, or on drugs or dead. I don't want him to ruin his life before it even starts. I don't know these new kids he is hanging around but all of this has started in the past 2 months. He has also tried to fight his dad. I think the arrest kind of sobered him up some. This is the first time he's ever been in legitimate trouble. My husband made him stay overnight and he hasn't had his court date yet but he's being charged as an adult. Since his arrest he has been acting better and has apologized several times and seems to understand how much he's fucked up. Right now we've taken the keys to his truck and his cell phone as well as keys to his dirt bikes and ATV. My husband and I are making him get a job. He has to pay back what he stole and any damages. I also believe that it will be good for him to work and do something besides hang around with these people. He has job options. He can work with a farmer down the road, at my uncle's tire shop. My husband knows a guy that is framing that's offered, or he can do something retail or fast food. Regardless he has to do something to make money and pay it back. I'm also no longer allowing him to see those particular friends. They are a little older than him and no longer in high school so I don't have to worry about him seeing them there and he isn't allowed to see them after school. We've pretty much completely cut him off from being able to do anything outside of going to school and coming home. He has to ride the bus because he isn't allowed to drive anymore. He isn't in sports anymore because he got arrested. He lost his place on the team and we agreed with it. My dad thinks I'm being too harsh and boys will be boys. Because he's never done anything like this before but I feel like if I don't immediately do something to get him out of this type of behavior it will spiral and get much worse. My kids have always been good kids and I've always been proud of them so IDK where we went wrong but obviously we did somewhere. At the moment my son absolutely hates me and is furious that I've grounded him so harshly. I don't know if I'm being in a hole. I don't know if I'm doing anything right or not. I feel like I did something wrong and all of this is my fault and I'm trying to fix it. Maybe I spoiled him too much. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention to him and caught this too late. I just don't know. He seems genuinely ashamed of what he did however he could have ended up getting shot and dying. I want to believe he will not do anything like this again but I didn't believe he'd do anything like this in the first place so IDK. Am I being too harsh? Edit having a caffeine addiction isn't a huge deal but apparently he's been buying energy drinks by the case and hiding them. Once I took his keys he ran out and then ate espresso powder out of the refrigerator to get a caffeine fix. Probably not the biggest red flag but WTF.